Hello everyone, LRon here with part 36 of my Paradise Lost OTA 2.0. So I've tried duking it out with these pricks, but then they gotta get their hellhounds and all kinds of craziness, and I find that it's easier to dodge a couple bullets than to deal with all that. And so now, here's the deal. As long as we don't fully get our tippy toes into this snow, we can continually use this as a cheese spot. So, let's abuse that fact, because when I didn't abuse that fact, let's just say this isn't a corner you really want to get yourself trapped in, because there's not much in the way of protection. So, yeah, even if you're not much of a machete person, I'd still recommend tossing the machete here every now and then, especially given the fact that it is a silent way to kill these guys. So pistoling like I am, you know, kind of just riles up the crowd. Luckily, in this particular case, there was some infighting, but now we got hazmats, and they're all... I don't know, I think actually in this particular case they might be confused, and they might not be seeing me all that much. So maybe it doesn't matter being loud here. So, yep. Certainly capitalize and kill as many of these guys as possible. And probably, if you've got good health, save after you kill a bunch of guys here, but right before you commit to being trapped up here on the surface. So while you're still on the fence with the ladder, that's probably the ideal spot to save. And so, because I've been dying here for like 45 minutes, I'm going to be extra cautious compared to how I've been earlier in the run. It's been a while since I've actually recorded this, so I'm not sure if this is going to be an accurate statement, but this might be like OT8 run level paranoid, given the fact that I've been Ramboing a lot more here in Paradise Lost. So I come and hide in this corner. This is a nice corner to hide in. I think there was a lot of infighting, so I was able to kind of just let the storm die out. And letting the storm die out's always a good thing, because then you get to have element of surprise and pick your battles and maybe just sneak past everything if you're lucky enough or have enough knowledge of the patrol patterns. And so I think about shooting this guy, but he's the only red and there's a lot of whites, so I'm thinking let the universe reset instead of... Oh, nope. Nope, I stand corrected. I decide I want to have this showdown here. That's uncharacteristic of my level of paranoia that I perceived myself to have at this time. But it has caused some more infighting. This zone seems to have a metric shit ton of infighting, and we are just capitalizing on it. I mean, even those frickin' gimps that are supposed to all be on the same side did a bunch of infighting in this particular cut. They tended to be a good cohesive unit in all of my prior attempts, but this time around, one of them went nuts and took a couple down. And so that's certainly was a helpful thing. So I forget if I just make my way back out, or if I'm going to go inside and pick up a Kevlar and try to top off. I can really see it going either way at this point. I mean, right now, I desperately don't want to die. And so I just, of course, at that point, I decide one guy that knows about me is better than aggroing two more. So I turn around. So I'm looking for goodies here, but nothing. And so maybe I go into the building and get the Kevlar and the goodies. Or maybe I just chicken out and go home. Looks like I'm leaning on the chicken side. I guess technically go home's not accurate. I'll be going to Uncle Dave's home, back at the compound, which is now a marijuana farm. Marijuana's bad. Okay. Yes. I believe this zone gave me moderate trouble. I think I may have died here twice in the process. And what is this hatchet doing here? So, yeah, I've tried going under the bridge and then climbing up. Didn't like it, and eventually just decided to go with the stick with the downstairs of the offices region as my preferred method of choice. So I think the problem is, you know, from the downstairs we're giving them all the tactical advantages, because, I mean, the only place where you have a tactical advantage being lower than someone seems to be Dark Souls. Because for whatever reason, it just works out that way. Probably because horizontal slashes will basically go over people's head if you're above them, and then if you're below them, you can still kind of, you know, swipe at their ankles. So that's how I justify the reverse height advantage of the Souls games, and try to make sense of that chaos. And this guy doesn't realize that there's glass there. But in any case, we need to move on. And I think we use this area a lot here. We're actually going to save. Might be a little premature. But in any case, this corner is nice. We just got to watch out for people upstairs coming from these stairs here when we hide from that corner. But we're going to try to lure people in this vicinity and kill anyone that's safe to approach. So, general guerrilla warfare tactics. I think they're all getting tripped up over a corpse over there. In case you haven't been noticing, the AI doesn't have the best understanding of what to do with corpses. Like, they try to, you know, respect that a corpse is there and like, jump over them and stuff like that. And we capitalize to death on that because they can't really shoot at us while they're jumping. You know, they're like those blondes that can't chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. The multitasking is just not there. I noticed that in the OT8 run for sure, and I've been kind of abusing it ever since. And I don't know if I've explicitly mentioned it here in this run, but I definitely mention it in the OT8 run. That's it for this video. I will see you next video. Good luck, have fun.